The U.S. has taken a tougher line with Israel over its war to destroy Hamas. President Biden spoke with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu by phone yesterday for the first time in weeks. The White House says Biden told him not to invade the southern Gaza city of Rafah without a plan to protect civilians. Chris Livesay is in Israel. Chris, stern words from the president. Good morning.
Good morning, Nate. Yeah, the Secretary of State Antony Blinken says he will be back in the region this week. This as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and President Biden are finally speaking to each other again as the humanitarian crisis in Gaza worsens.
An awkward silence finally broken after more than a month between President Biden and Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. That includes sending a team to Washington to discuss an alternative for a ground invasion of Rafah, Hamas's last stronghold, and where more than 1 million civilians are seeking shelter.
The President told the Prime Minister again today that we share the goal of defeating Hamas, but we just believe you need a coherent and sustainable strategy to make that happen.
As virtually half the population of Gaza is now officially starving, according to the world body that declares famine, scenes like these of hungry Palestinians gathering for flour have strained the White House's patience. Patience is also running out for the families of the hostages, like Itai Chen. Last week, Israel confirmed the Israeli-American was killed in the October 7 massacre, but Hamas is still holding his body as a bargaining chip. For 5 months, his father, Ruby, has carried an hourglass, now empty. The sand leaked out the day he learned his son was dead.
Even today, after 164 days, he's still a hostage. So our journey is not over yet.
So how do you get them back?
The price that the government of Israel is paying is not for the 134 hostages. It's for the colossal disaster, mistake of October 7th.
Are the actions of this government jeopardizing the fate of the hostages?
I am sure that the Prime Minister wishes to get all the hostages back as well. Let us not forget who is the bad guy here. Hamas, ISIS, is a terrorist organization.
Last week, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer stunned Israel when he called for new elections here. The father of that Israeli-American hostage who was killed said, just considering how much Schumer loves this country, that should be a wake-up call. Gayle?
Yeah, we could feel that father's pain. Thank you very much, Chris Livesay, reporting from Israel.